The EU released a statement after U.S. President Mr. Trump decided to grant the Union a relief from the tariffs until June 1, just hours before this morning's 5 a.m. deadline. The bloc argued that the measures taken by Mr. Trump prolong market uncertainty, threatening not only the health of the economy but also the relationship across the Atlantic. The Commission stated that the European Union should be fully and permanently exempted from these measures, as they cannot be justified on the grounds of national security, adding that overcapacity in steel and aluminium doesn't come from Europe. Mr. Trump's move, which also saw Canada and Mexico exempted for another month, should give enough time to the U.S. key allies to strike a deal with the administration. South Korea, another important ally of Washington, has already reached an agreement with the U.S., capping its exports at 70% of the average export volume over the previous 3 years. The EU said in today's statement that it has also consistently indicated its willingness to discuss current market access issues of interest to both sides, but warned that as a long-standing partner and friend of the U.S., it won't be willing to negotiate under threat of heavy tariffs. While the EU blasted Mr. Trump's announcement, the British government welcomed it as a positive decision, but vowed to keep pressing for a permanent exemption. Mr. Trump has discussed levies are part of this America First policy. They will see duties of 25% on steel and 10% on aluminium exports sent to the U.S., taxes that would most likely drive us manufacturers to buy national products. Get ties trade war. Mr. Trump extended by 1 month an exemption from U.S. tariffs for the U.S. trade war. Angela Merkel met Donald Trump last week to discuss tariff's decision to delay the introduction of the tariffs come after the state visit to the U.S. of both French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Angela Merkel. While Ms. Merkel's visit was purely business-driven and consisted in a 20-minute face-to-face meeting with Mr. Trump and a work dinner, Mr. Macron's trip lasted for 3 days. It culminated in a speech to U.S. Congress where he attacked nationalism and isolationism, saying they will only inflame the fears of our citizens. The denounce that has been widely interpreted as a veiled attack on Mr. Trump's America First agenda.